He's like, and then like when he's running, he's trying to run away. Look at him. He's like,
Hey guys, what's up? We're back. Super Tech Bros at your service. Yeah, boy.
represent.
So we're taking a look at the new episode of Game of Thrones, The Bells, episode 5, right?
Yeah, it's called The Bells, and
Yeah, the season is flying by.
let's just
It's
say that it got me hungry for barbecue.
the fuck. It kind of pisses me off, man. That there's been this leak, I guess, or something. Just people saying that HBO confirmed that they were okay. They greenlit 10 episodes, and for some reason, the
They just
producers, the directors, the writers, whatever, they just went like, hold on, 10 episodes? That's
no.
too much. We
What?
can do it in 6. We can get it done in 6. All right, guys, we gotta rush to the fucking to the end line and finish.
Maybe it was a dare, and like it's one of those moments like hold my
Oh,
beer.
you didn't think I could get it done in fucking probably first I was like, guys, 6 episodes sounds like not enough.
Too
You guys
little.
want to do 8?
You
We
guys
will even
can't
let you
do
do
it.
10. It was like, oh, you don't think I can do it in 8? Well, I'll one you up. I'll do it in 6. I'll show you.
And
Yeah, I don't know
here
what that
we
was.
are. Here we are now.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be reviewing what's good, what's bad, episode 5, the bells of madness. I think that's what it should be called. Honestly, it's more fitting.
I mean, so we got a few of the talking points here already. What was it that you wanted to talk about for the beginning of the?
Well, yeah, it start, and then at the very beginning, you see Varys talking to some little girl, one of her eyes or her little birds or whatever the hell he calls it. One thing that I got afterwards, like when I rewatched the episode, was that this girl, she's working in the kitchen, and she's telling Barris, "Oh, yeah, she's not eating." So, and I think they're watching me. And
Yeah.
Barris tells her, "Oh, okay, don't worry. We can try again tomorrow. I think they need you in the kitchen." Barris is trying to fucking poison Danny, and then the funniest part is that Barris is the master of whispers or something. I think they call him or something. He just goes on fucking plain sight and talks to fucking John. Oh yeah, I want you to be the king. I'm gonna betray this bitch.
Look at how sad he looks. Look at his sad face.
It's like, really, you don't think that they know what you're doing?
Bro,
You
it's
don't think you're
like,
gonna be caught?
don't you think it's stupid too when they talk in a completely open environment, like echoing
Yeah.
halls, like rocks, like rocks around them, and it just your voice echoes, and like you don't think you're gonna
I
be
mean,
listened on?
if he was serious about betrayal, obviously, I mean, clearly he was. He died for it. But like, if he was any smart, like he used to be, he would have like been like, yeah, I'm out of here. He would have left and done the fucking betraying out of the vicinity of the fucking Unsully and Danny. Obviously, I mean, what the fuck? He should have just at night just fucking vanished. I'm out.
Uh, well, then is his character was he really saying the truth that he was in the interest of the people and not like the actual rulers themselves? Because then that also goes towards like do you want to like risk everything to be able to provide something good for the people or whatever? And
Well,
maybe
I
he
mean,
just
if you think
if it was
about
me,
his
I would have
art,
just run. I would just like what is I
if
bye.
you,
No,
the
she
thing
has
is,
a dragon.
if you think about his arc and his like what he's for the realm, right?
Yeah.
For the people, and the people can defend themselves and their voice or whatever. So a lot of that reflects with like how, at least before this episode, how Danny's arc was building up too. And this guy is always like, oh, I'm following this person, and then at the first sign of like there's somebody better, oh, I'm gonna betray you. I'm gonna go with this person. And in this whole process of going from one ruler to another to another to another. He's probably created more chaos, and more people have died because of it than all the
Just
people that he was
sticking,
trying to save in the first place.
yeah, just sticking to one instead of causing more wars because everybody's freaking
Yeah, it's
struggling and whatever.
fucking retarded. So his character, it's like I just don't get it. His real, his real purpose or his real motivation.
So I mean, pretty much yeah, like he was trying to kill Danny, or just trying to oust her.
Poison her.
Yeah, in general, that's most likely what was going on.
And
So
after this, we kind of see Danny in her room. She's just a freaking wreck. She looks like shit.
oh
Oh yeah,
yeah.
well yeah, there she is. Ugh, what is
mm.
wrong? What happened?
Have you seen?
She's
Oh
looking like a
man,
hot mess.
yeah, this looks like one of the frog people that
And
they're about to like attack a fly, like just stick out their
what's
tongue.
one funny thing that I was thinking about the other day. You know this whole convenient fucking theory about, or it's more like a fan. They kind of just shoehorn it in at the end. This whole thing with Arya. Oh, you're gonna kill brown eyes, blue eyes, and green eyes.
Green Eyes last,
That whole thing. Well, she didn't kill Cersei, obviously.
which
Fucking
wasn't her Green Eyes.
construction. Poor construction got Cersei. But they're saying now, oh, but wait, Dany has green eyes.
That's true.
Fine,
I
she
mean, she's
does.
always had
Well, here's the thing, though. Targaryens have purple eyes.
in the books, but not.
Well, it, even in here, originally, she was supposed to wear contacts to make her eyes purple, but she refused because she had some sort of problem with her eyes, and that was like she couldn't handle having contacts for that long of a time. So, so kind of convenient that she didn't get to wear the fucking contacts. So the whole thing with Arya, blue eyes, dark, whatever, brown eyes, that dumb shit, kind of still holds weight some to some degree.
Has that happened in the books, like the blue eyes, green eyes last kind of thing?
I
Like
don't
I
think
don't
so.
think it has. So there's
That's
there's obviously gonna be a lot of difference between the book and the show. Like there's probably gonna be more information in the books than the show, and who knows, maybe even the books end different. At this point, like we could go either
I
way.
wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
Yeah, but
if Martin finishes them at all.
he's too busy.
Yeah, he just playing video game. I don't know what he does.
So I mean, after that, like the whole thing with
Barrett gets
Varys.
killed.
Yeah, he just. I liked the one
Oh,
thing that I liked about the scene was like you could tell like Tyrion knew he fucked up. Like the
well, I
moment.
mean, yeah. Remember, Bears and when Tyrion was a prisoner
Yeah,
in King's
Varys is the one
Landing,
that got him out
when he
and
was gonna
everything.
get killed, it was Bears that helped him out and like, well, I mean, him and Jamie, he kind of coordinated the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Bears saved his life, and now he's ratting him out
Yeah, what a
like a
douche.
bitch.
What a little fucking douche.
Damn. I really hate what they done in this season. Like in the
Yeah, it's
past
just
couple of seasons with Tyrion. Tyrion used to be one of the best characters. Now he's a goddamn fucking idiot.
yeah, like it was my opinion was that the one that should have ratted Varys out would be Jon Snow.
It
Like
didn't
since he's
even
like too
matter. Yeah,
righteous or
John
whatever.
should have. That would have made more sense. But at the end of the day, Tyrion went like, "Oh yeah, I gotta talk to you." Somebody's like, there's a snitch, and she's like, "Yeah, I already know. Too late.
John.
You're stupid." She already knew the whole thing, so there was really no reason. Dude, fucking snitches get stitches.
Whatever. In this
Right? In this
case,
case, they get barbecued.
well,
Whoa.
we don't know yet, huh? So yeah, look at him with his stank face. He's like, "You goddamn, you fucking asshole."
I done fucked up. Yeah, you shouldn't have been there. No shit.
At least he
Jeez.
took off his rings. Remember when he took off his rings?
Yeah, I
He
don't
started
know.
taking off his rings. He was like, "Yeah, let me just leave him inside this cup." And then we got OG Drogon here.
Yeah, he's fucking full sneak attack, dude.
Bam.
Fucking the shadows.
Yeah. So what did you think about the relationship between like Daenerys right now and Grey Worm? Because he's basically the only person she has left that
Oh,
she
I
can
mean,
trust.
yeah. she probably trusts him the most, but he's not much of a person that's gonna
Counselor.
tell her do this, don't do this, or
Yeah.
whatever. If anything, we'll see later on. Like Danny kind of just goes ape shit, and he's like, "Yes, now I can do terrible things too." But we'll see later, whatever. Let's not
Yeah.
get it
We'll
fucked
see
up.
how it develops. I think
He's just pissed. I mean, whatever. They kill fucking his Sunday.
pretty much. Then John still freaking
John,
not accepting the incest.
it's not. Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing that I argue about this. Like, this is, what is this? The 1300s, the something hundreds, whatever the fuck it is. Back in those times,
It was kind
that
of
wasn't
normal.
like a shameful thing for like even cousins and stuff like that.
No,
Like,
I
if you
think
look
most of
back
the
in
royal family has that too.
yeah, most of the royal families back in those times, like in monarchs and England and whatever, there's a lot of cases of cousins getting married and shit like that. So I don't know, like I don't know if the show is intentionally using that as the excuse to sell us this plot line, or maybe it's a combination of things that John is going through. I don't know. It's hard to say because kind of the writing is kind of shit at this point. So, right.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like
Dude,
he's
John
known her
John could
for
have saved thousands, hundreds of thousands of lives if we just give her the D,
yeah,
dude.
just give her some vitamin D and just call it
That's
quits,
it, bro.
man.
We're not kind of insane. Or look, fine, don't give her the D, but you could be like, he just stood there and stay quiet. He could have been like, "Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I got a lot going through my head right now. You're my aunt.
It's like
I'm a
it's
Targaryen. Like I'm like this other person I don't even know about. My mom and my dad. I don't what. Like you gotta give me some time. We just fought. I just fought a fucking zombie dragon.
I
You
need a
gotta give.
break. I
I just need some. It's not you. It's me. I need some time.
yeah, let me just
That's
gather
it.
my thoughts and try not to
Exactly.
think about that you're my aunt.
Even if internally you're thinking, "Oh man, bitch is crazy. I'm not touching that."
Yeah, so this pretty much perpetuated the situation, and she's even more hormonal now than she was before.
Ah! Fucking ape shit.
Yeah, so she's barely listening to counsel and all that stuff.
It's like, if you hear the bells, you stop right. And then it's like, "Mm, sure.
Yeah, it
Whatever you
was.
say to you. And she's like completely done with him. He's
Yeah,
so this episode.
I mean, you could tell that Tyrion though, like he is thinking strategically. Like he basically like did his part in order to like get Jamie out of there and kind of make him run away with Cersei. Or like get him to talk her out of it and run away. But obviously that he didn't make it fast enough.
I would say that this part, the acting between the two actors here, was top notch. This part was really, really well done.
Yeah,
Whether it makes sense for him to liberate him and then nobody, like, whatever, I don't know.
yeah,
It's
he.
like, oh, I just saw Varys get killed for committing treason. Perfect time for me to commit some more treason.
But like if the dragon fires at Tyrion and he like kind of squats down, like is the dragon expecting to hit him with fire?
Yeah, man, the hitbox is too small,
Yeah,
dude.
it's like just dodges, insta dodge. Oh man. All right, so I mean like here we basically are gonna come across our first point. Um, which is pretty much the effectiveness of the dragons in this
Yeah,
season's patch notes seems to have been greatly boosted, and the
dude.
ballistas have been nerfed.
His fire. He has unlimited ammo in this episode. He does not run out of fire.
He
He's
has
like, dude. His speed got increased by like at least like 300%.
his luck even more.
I think they put his hitbox smaller because like none of the arrows even get even close to it. It's like
Oh
fuck,
man.
stupid hitbox.
Yeah, look at these things like and the ballistas like these things are supposed to be able to spin around in 360 degrees and throughout the whole freaking like
But look,
episode they're just pointing up.
well, I mean, they're thinking the dragon is coming from above,
I know,
obviously.
but look, if first of all, let's talk on the dragons like thing that we were discussing earlier. Like, the fire. How the hell does dragon fire make brick explode?
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like it burns things. It doesn't have like pushing force to like explode things. I don't get that part.
Yeah,
Like
unless I
if
mean,
if that were the case, then and to be fair, we've seen a couple of examples, but not to this degree though. Like when the Night King blew up the wall, but you can argue, oh well, the fire is hot and that's ice, so it melted and crumbled, whatever. Okay, fine. Then we saw when the Night King blew part of Winterfell, like part of the wall, and then the fucking zombies rushed in because of that. But it was like a small wall, and it wasn't like this was like ridiculous. It was like
yeah,
he was like, shooting fucking projectiles. It
yeah,
was
like there were
bombs
literally you would see the bricks just like
explode.
exploding and they just I mean, but you agree though that the oh by the
The
way,
fucking the Golden Company didn't do shit.
look by the way this is what we're gonna
That's
be.
the
Remember this horse.
okay. Well, I mean, it's just a white horse. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to tell if it's one
I mean
versus the other.
they don't I mean at this point they're not zooming in or like making imagery like for nothing anymore. Like it's relative to something. So
Maybe.
it might be something. So like anyways, yeah, like I thought that like when the dragon like first arrived and like you got all of these hundreds of boats just sitting outside of the bay area
Yeah.
and they all
Hey.
have ballistas like just what was it like 10 boats that ambushed them
Yeah.
in
In
Dragonstone.
Dragonstone, like 10 boats. Fine, they surprised them, but those fucking boats had like a fucking perfect aim, and then three direct hits on fucking Rhaegal
They had
without missing.
25% crit increase.
Yeah, and then this one's there's like 50, 100 balls, whatever it is, and they like, oh yeah, my turn. I'm shooting now. Boom. No, okay, now you shoot a little forward. Boom, boom. It's like, why are they not like all fucking 40 or 30 of them at the same time shooting and trying to
Yeah,
get them?
exactly. Last episode, I remember that like when they were shooting, like there was a point
Yeah, it was like
that
a
we saw
fucking
like
whole.
20 arrows just flying at the dragon.
Yeah.
And in this one is just like one and then like reload speed got nerfed. So like it's like a minute to like reload a ballista or whatever. Yeah, I just thought it was
Maybe they were low on bolts and they were like saving them. Guys, we don't have that much ammo. Save the bolts.
Oh my god. But you see,
It's
like
hurting.
these things look like they can spin on an axis. I mean, like they were doing it on the boat, so I don't understand why they wouldn't be able to do it here. But this is basically the position that they're gonna be stuck through on the entire episode. And like even if like it's the medieval days, whatever. But if you hear explosions behind you, a regular human would just look. It's like, oh, what is going on behind me? Let me just take a look with my giant ballista. Let me just see if there's a giant dragon.
He's over there.
Oh, oh, he's over there. Wait, don't turn the ballista. I like the position. It's blocking the sun from hitting my face.
This is the
Yeah, it's
perfect
just
view. I don't want to move.
they look so cool, all looking in the same direction.
And let me
Yeah,
ask
the
you
fucking
something
Golden
else.
Company. Look at these
Yeah,
assholes.
Golden Company, fucking dummies. They just fucking got killed. He was so stupid. Let me ask you something. Have we seen Arya use the faceless man powers since season
Nope,
7?
nope.
Why has she like she forgot her powers? Like why hasn't she used them?
I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe they just
Is it not in the
haven't.
budget? I guess I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's just not.
There was a couple. I
Maybe
mean, it would have been more credible for her to sneak into the Red Keep while wearing some sort of like face of like somebody else or like a soldier or something.
yeah, she just sneaked in there with her own face.
Yeah,
Didn't
she's
really
doing
matter.
some yeah, fuck.
I
And
think it might be because maybe the god of death or like the practice that she uses to take the face in the first place like requires all of that preparation. You remember when they were like bathing the body and respecting the body of the person or whatever and maybe she needs that.
yeah, she needs to get her game down. and shit.
Yeah, she needs to romance that body before.
She needs to stretch. She needs to like warm up. You know, all that shit.
Yeah, but there's another thing. Yeah, the freaking Golden Company. What freaking
A fail.
so useless, so useless.
What a failure.
Yeah, look at this guy and his white horse.
I thought it was this horse, the one that showed up at the end.
Yeah, that's the whole theory. The fan theory is that this is the horse that the God of Light pretty much brought it back, and that there's a whole theory going on with Arya as well that we're gonna talk about later that
I
has to do
don't.
with this. But it's
Honestly,
just a
at this
theory,
point, theories are just they mean nothing.
dude. At this point, theories are sounding better than the show, like than what they're
I'm gonna
writing,
talk later on.
basically.
I'm gonna talk about a theory that I heard. I didn't. I don't know where it came from. It was from Twitter. I don't think it was that person. That person was retweeting it, so I don't know exactly where it came from. So I cannot give props. But I'm gonna talk about it. And it sounded really cool. I was like, man, I wish this guy was fucking writing the show.
Whatever. But yeah, like so I think we're done with this point about the dragons
Yeah.
like
So the
being
dragons gonna come in
yeah,
and wipe the
last
company.
episode they were completely nerfed. The ballistas were boosted and now is the other way around. Dragons are
Yeah.
fucking nuclear weapons and
Drogon like got like power ups like crazy, dude. He's like insane.
yeah, I think the admins need to take a look at the patch notes and do another
Honestly,
nerf.
like the whole time, Danny was fucking worried about like, oh, I wonder if I people to fight in this war. All you need is your fucking dragon. Do you need
Yeah.
anybody else?
She didn't use her army. Like her army barely did anything. She could have
See,
just like
they were just like, oh, easiest day of work ever. We didn't do shit.
fucking if
We just
anything they
chilled the
they
whole
shouldn't
time.
have even gone to the city. She probably killed a few of
They
her
should
own
have just
soldiers.
stayed outside of the wall. Be like, okay, yeah, we'll whatever, we'll protect the outskirts or something.
We'll just hang out here. Let me just
Yeah,
check. Let me just check my web feed. So,
yeah,
so then I guess yeah, it's pretty much that was ridiculous. I thought that the dragon was way too OP,
yeah.
and compared
Like
to
you
like
remember the previous episode when she's like outside of the walls and when they kill Missandei and she's like with like 50 or 80 dudes. The fucking she could have taken the city with just that.
yeah, she could have just gotten on Drogon and then just fucking
Fucking
killed Cersei.
fucking anybody's to everything.
just blown up,
Nuclear bomb.
just blown up the
Bam.
wall. Oh my god, ridiculous. Whatever. So I guess that pretty much proves the point. Like it's just the dragons thing was completely
Yeah,
outbalanced. Like it was
it's
just
just I've been complaining about this in a few other episodes. It's just like there's no consistency with like travel times, distances, and just the overall powers of the different entities.
yeah, that's ridiculous. So whatever. So point number two is Cersei. So
You know
Cersei
that
throughout the whole episode, she was basically
this
like acting
this was a
tough. Yeah, like it looked like she had another plan or like
I
that
was hoping there was something there, but nope.
yeah
All
she
we need is one hit.
yeah like
No, yeah, right. Even if they would have gotten a hit on Drogon, that shit would have been like, that's nothing, dude.
so the
His
argument
HP was boosted way too high.
he has
Should have done nothing.
plus 50% defense. Like that guy's fucking
Yeah,
invincible.
it would have to been like like a nasty critical that like got him in the eye or something, like an instant kill.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no way you stop Drogon in this episode.
Do dragons have nuts? Can you shoot them in the nuts?
I
I
think they
don't
have
think so.
cloaca.
Chloe. Oh man. Whatever. So yeah, it was like she was acting out of character, and some people might say, oh, it's because she was being kind of irrational because she's pregnant and she wants her child to survive, and she's just like in that kind of panic mode that you're kind of like rejecting reality, kind of thing. But I thought that someone as rational or like calculating as Cersei, like she could have seen like that this thing was going south and maybe had like other things planned. I also thought that it was stupid that they didn't use the green fire, whatever it was called. I forgot
Yeah,
the name of it.
the wildfire.
Yeah, wildfire. They
We
they
saw it
didn't
blow
use it.
up, but because those
Yeah, but they had it in
from
stock.
yeah the from well I guess I mean this was never explained, but from the time of the Mad King there was like stashes of of that shit everywhere and was hitting in the city. And obviously, when Drogon was like fucking laying waste to the goddamn town, then those things went up in flames. They got
So you think the caches of Dragonfire that we saw blowing up, were basically belonging to the Mad King, like back in the day?
I think so. I think that's the most explainable reason.
Uh,
I
no.
don't think Cersei had a clue of what was coming. Which I
Yeah.
mean, based on her character, I would have hoped that she did, but in this case, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, all she did was stand in the balcony. It's like everything is on fire. Like you seen the meme where it's on fire, just sitting down. I'm okay with this. We're good.
Oh man,
Everything is good.
this was the fire episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was basically the Cersei thing. We thought that she was pretty much like acting out of character, like or or a little bit inconsistent
Acting
in the way
tough.
that, yeah, in the way that normally she would have acted, like in other seasons and stuff like that. Um, but that's pretty much it. Like
It was like, I'm
Daniel,
confused by your tactics right now, so I'm gonna just keep acting tough.
let me keep my poker face on. So like the next thing is something similar. So it's Danny. So Danny's development into this Mad Queen status or whatever was
Yeah.
also
Hate
kind
shit.
of, yeah, it was also kind of weird. Like it was too quick.
So I get what some people are saying. There was signs, there was foreshadowing of some sort. Right. And
Well, when her
you
brother
know,
got the golden crown and all that stuff.
she lost Missandei, Jon Snow denied her the D. Uh what was the other thing? Jorah died,
Yeah.
this and that, whatever. But the point that I make is all those things are the fuel, but what was the spark?
I mean,
Just looking at
what makes a person go
that's
ape
the
shit?
part that was the part that was the stupidest shit. That like when you see the end of the episode when DND is talking, I forgot which one of them, one of the D's, who doesn't matter. He's talking about it. And he's like, oh yeah, she's standing there and hears the bells and looks at the red keep and remembers that that's a sign of her family and loses it. I was like,
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
so that's what you're trying to sell us, really? It's fucking
That was
retarded.
If that was her reason for killing like probably thousands of hundreds of thousands of innocent people. Like I don't understand.
Like it would
It
have
makes
been
no
more
sense.
believable. Let's look. So here's my argument, and I'm not like a there's people out there that name their babies Daenerys or fucking
Yeah,
Khaleesi
too
or that
bad
shit.
that's been ruined.
Like that's fucking retarded. And now they're like, what the fuck? But I'm not like a fucking Daenerys fanboy or anything like that. But like obviously she has tons of fanboys out there, and they are pissed. You know that there's this thing on change.org or something like that. This thing where people make
Yeah,
petitions or
people have been
whatever.
making a petition for HBO
There's a,
to fix Game of Thrones.
there's a petition out there for HBO to fix season 8. And last time I checked, it was hours ago. There was like 80K fucking signatures.
Yeah,
It's gonna
dude.
be over 100 soon, pretty sure.
Within the first hour, it already had like 13,000 votes.
Yeah.
That thing's gonna
So that
spread.
tells you how many people were angry with what happened here. And I think the biggest driving force with that is probably two things, which we talked about, and
I
I
named
think
my
we
kid
agree.
Daenerys, and you guys ruined it.
Yeah, exactly. That the people that claim their babies Daenerys, and just the whole thing with the Night King. That was fucking ridiculous. I think that, and
Yeah.
there might be also some people that are fans of Cersei that wanted to see her go out like in style, and
In
then
a better way.
they kind of just did her not. They didn't do her service, in my opinion. She was supposed to be one of the coolest character in the series, and her end was kind of like anticlimactic,
It was
in
just
my
Night
opinion.
King. It was just like the Night King.
Yeah, but anyway, going back to Danny, what I wanted to say. So in the series, in the TV show, the whole time, the what we know of Danny, right, from the past. So she goes to Astapur, I think, Marine, and some other city. She liberates 3 cities in the east, in Essos, right? And these are cities that have the masters and slavers and whatever. So she goes to the cities, liberates the slaves. The slaves are like, oh, misa, misa, mother. They're like, oh, they fucking kiss the floor that she steps on, basically.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, these are my children. I'm their queen. I'm gonna take care of them." She could have like liberated the places, done whatever she wanted to do, and then fucking left to whatever. But she stayed in those cities. Even left Dario. Remember Dario? She left Dario and part of her fucking army back there, so that the masters wouldn't come back after she left and take over the city again and fucking fuck the people again. So that's the kind of character that they were like developing for us. And then when she hears that there's a rumor that one of her dragons fucking kills a kid or something like that, she chains her dragons, like her children. She puts them in fucking chains in a dungeon
Yeah.
because she couldn't bear the thought that one of her dragons killed a child of an innocent person,
I
and
think
she
she
did
did it
that.
more to maintain an image, like because she didn't want people to fear her.
I
So she
no,
kind of took a gamble on that.
I, I don't know. You're kind of just trying to read too much into between the lines here.
Yeah.
And then, she did all these things, right? And then now the director is like, oh yeah, she looked at the red kip and she was pissed, and then she just murdered children and fucking just innocent people.
Yeah. Yeah,
Apparently,
it's
like
completely
there
out of
was
character.
no like I would understood if when she was there and the bells were ringing, she'd be like, you know what? I hate the fucking Lannisters, and I'm gonna wipe them root and stem. That would have made sense. She would have flown to a red keep, or like maybe, oh yeah, some people are gonna die, but I'm gonna try soldiers, and then I'm gonna go to red keep. I'm gonna destroy that shit with Cersei in it.
Yeah.
Okay, some people died, but it's more understandable. Or I don't know, or maybe she sees like
Or just
somebody
gone for the
kills
red keep directly.
somebody kills like they give up and then they're like, okay, chill, all right, so they gave up, so I guess we won. And then one of the Lannister soldiers sneaks in and fucking kills Grey Worm in front of her, something like that, and she fucking snaps. That would have been the trigger that it like fucking the fuel and the trigger that ignites the fire. That would have been more sellable. I think that would have worked better from a storytelling point of view.
So I think that goes back to the whole rushing of the show. So they're
Yeah,
trying to finish things as quickly as possible. So they're like skipping the nuances and just going straight for okay, she just went ape shit. She's the
yeah.
main
It's just
villain
like,
now.
oh yeah, she looked at the red kip and the bells, and then her mad Targaryen genes just activated all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The fuck?
She went rage mode, berserk.
Yeah, she couldn't withstand the fact that John withstood the D.
Yeah, she was like, God damn it, I haven't gotten laid in 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
she's
obviously, there's the whole thing with we're gonna see that coming up with Jamie, basically just shitting all over his character redemption arc, just going back to Cersei and dying with her,
yeah,
whatever.
it was. I mean, besides that, like
Seriously,
the
what was the point of him fucking getting
with Brienne,
with Brienne? What was the point?
he got
Now the
drunk
way
and
that
he
this
wanted to know
ended,
what it felt like having sex with another
my
woman.
God, yeah, with a giant woman. No, but look, the way that that it developed, it screams of that was just done for the viewers. That was like it wasn't something to that developed his character. It wasn't something that drove the plot line. It was just, oh yeah, the viewers want to see this. Let's just put it in there and then kind of just have him do a 180 and forget about Brian.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. I mean, if he was really attached to Brienne, like if like they were building it up from the beginning and the before the
And
Battle of
remember,
Winterfell and all that stuff, and
remember
it just
we were talking about how we kind of hoped that that he was lying to Brienne, and then
that he was
he's
gonna kill
like, I'm
Cersei.
just trying to protect you, and then I'm gonna go, and then he was just gonna go face Cersei, and then whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? But he wanted to protect Brienne from following him, and that would have been better for sure. But now they just forget it.
And then Grey Worm. I mean,
Grey
I can
Worm goes.
understand Grey Worm going ape shit because he's like in rage mode.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
dude, think about Grey Worm. He has no dick, and he got this girl with no dick.
Yeah.
What are his chances of getting another girl?
Another girl.
Dude,
But
that's it. That was it for him, dude.
so I mean, yeah. Look at this. Look at nuclear dragon going over here. Like freaking just. Oh my god. Dear God, look at this thing. It's just. He's just
Dude's like
wrecking.
that's like Fallout 4 when you have the Fat Man, the mini nukes, and you have like you have the console code and you have infinite ammo, just like laying waste to
Yeah.
everything.
Look at this. Look at this thing. It's just. He's like literally going in a straight line without breathing. I
Can he
don't.
breathe while he fucking shoots fire?
I don't know. I mean,
It doesn't sound like
probably.
it.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Euron, whatever, the stupid pirate guy,
Yeah. I mean,
and
it was a development, but again, it's like
I
rushed.
don't,
They just want to
I don't know what was
close
the
the
point of
arc
this.
as yeah.
This
They just
this
wanted to close it
felt
up.
this felt kind of like I guess we gotta do something with Euron,
Like,
you
what are the
know?
chances of Euron like pretty much swimming, like arriving at the same place
He
at
didn't
the
know about
same
this.
time
Is
that
supposed to be
Jamie?
some sort of secret cave thing, escape
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
What
So
are the
like,
chances?
and then all of a sudden he shows up, like he just swam over here and he was just waiting for Jamie in the water just to make it like look dramatic. Like he's
Yeah,
like, oh, Jamie's coming. All right, let me get out of here. So like he just, I mean, and then the whole fight, whatever, you know.
yeah.
Oh man, a gripe I had about this fight.
What?
Jamie has a fucking metal hand. Why doesn't he use it?
He
Like
did
he
slap
literally
him with it once.
once, and that
I
was when
know,
he already got stabbed.
dude. He
Like,
should be using that shit to like, bing,
block,
fucking
yeah,
block
block
sword
weapons.
attacks and shit.
You remember? I don't know if it was like on season 5 or something like that. That Jamie used it like by mistake. He blocked a sword hit like with his hand
I don't
by
know. No.
mistake. Like he had it like this. I think it
That would
was
make
like
sense.
yeah, like I don't remember what
I
episode,
mean,
but
it is in his right hand, his leading hand. Just reflex, you will go up, fucking try to
yeah,
block him, and like
yeah, but like
have a metal arm.
he's literally not. That hand is literally for sure. Like he's
Yeah,
walking like this the whole
that could
time.
be an asset, and he's totally like, oh fuck, I'm missing a hand, I'm stupid. He's like all down on himself and shit.
Look at him. He's like he's feeling the pressure of us criticizing him right now. He's like, yeah. So I thought that was stupid. You're on like coming out of the water at the exact same time that freaking he was arriving there, and then like you
Yeah,
know him not using his hand like
think how
supposed.
OP it would be if he had like a hand that fucking takes off his regular nice looking hand, and he puts another hand that is like fist, and then he has like a dagger
Wolverine
coming up.
claws.
Nah, not Wolverine claws, man, just like a dagger and shit. And so he has like the hand with the dagger,
Bam,
and then
bam,
his sword
bam.
on the other one. Dude, he'll be OP as fuck.
Yeah, fucking pimp hand with a dagger.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this nuclear dragon. what? What is happening?
Dude, that castle, who built that shit? They gotta get their monies back. They gotta call the insurance company.
Is
Like, what
that?
the
I mean,
fuck, man?
was it built of like clay or?
I know, what the fuck? They built it with dry mud.
I think it's the admins. They need to repatch. They need to re-nerf the dragons.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Fucking
Fuck
crazy.
that shit.
And then fucking Jamie getting stabbed on both sides of his body.
I think it's around here where he slaps him with the metal arm, but whatever. It doesn't
Yeah.
fucking. It's
I
stupid.
mean, he used it once.
Oh look, see, here we see you see those green clouds.
Yeah.
That's a wildfire going off. So yeah, so there was like, I'm guessing Cersei didn't know that there was still wildfire around. She
Probably
probably thought
not.
that it was all used in the Black Bay battle, and there was like secret, like you said, statues of it.
Yeah. Maybe that's true. I mean, it could have happened. Back in the day, you know, they're not gonna
I
find
mean, honestly, I
everything.
don't see how her having wildfire. I mean, I guess she could have set up some sort of trap with wildfire. That would have been cool.
She could have. No, she could have done a lot with wildfire. She could have. She could have
Damn,
freaking.
imagine that. Imagine that they ring the bells, right? And they're in that little hallway and they're just waiting. And then Danny is perched with her dragon and kind of chilling, like, oh yeah, we did it. We got him. and then she fucking detonates a bunch of fucking wildfire and kills Grey Worm and a bunch of her fucking Unsullied.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
exactly. Then
then
that would
that
have been
was
the
like,
trigger.
all right, you did it, bitch. I'm mad now.
Yeah,
I'm MadQueen now.
yeah, that would have been the trigger. But they didn't. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. I mean, even
Made so much sense.
throwing wildfire with catapults like over the wall to
Yeah,
where the armies were, like that could have happened too. But whatever. I mean,
okay, so here I think she's realizing, yeah, I fucked up. I should
yeah,
not call. I should not kill Miss Sanden in her face. All
I fucked up.
right, let's get out of here. I think now soon. Oh yeah, this guy fucking. Oh yeah, I killed Jamie. Stupid.
He
Talking
actually
to.
didn't. He actually ended up not killing
Oh
him.
yeah, the construction got him.
Oh
Like
man,
so.
look at that smile. At least he died in peace.
Yeah. And I think pretty soon now we're gonna get. I think the best part of this episode coming up. The fucking Clegane Bowl.
Yeah, that thing was fucking.
The Clegane Bowl definitely delivered.
Yeah, it did. Man, look at this guy. Man, Clegane, the Hound
Trevor, yeah.
is freaking. He's a beast. Look at this, like this scene here, like
Oh
freaking.
yeah, those are big ass boulders that fucking
Yeah,
fell. Dude.
and it's killing like basically all the soldiers in one hit kind of thing, and then like freaking the mountain is there like taking the hits for these people, and like
I,
nothing.
I think the admins power him up too in the patches.
Yeah, and then they nerfed him like at the moment that he started fighting the Hound. But like no, the Hound is freaking strong. Like he was able to
Oh
freaking
yeah.
go toe to toe with this guy. Like that
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Oh
that
no,
fight
wait,
was
wait.
pretty cool.
You gotta go back. You gotta go back to Kyburn dying.
Yeah,
That
that.
part
Oh
was
man, that was so
hilarious.
anticlimactic.
It
Like
was funny though. I loved it. Bam,
yeah,
smash
that
face
was
head.
fucking ridiculous. Just blown like watermelon.
Is
Yeah, like
that
he
when you
just.
drop an egg in the floor? Like fuck. That's my
And then
stomach.
and then Cersei's like, all right, I'll see myself out. You guys handle
All
this.
right. Yeah, I might give you guys some alone time. I'll give you the room.
Yeah, so they fucking fight and all that stuff. I thought the
Dude,
ending to
the
this
hound
was,
was landing a lot of hits, and and the mountain was like, "That's all you got." He did
dude,
not
he's like
feel
an,
anywhere.
and you know that's another thing. Like they never really delved into like what was done to the mountain. Like was it like the combination of the dark magic that was used to make like the undead, or whatever? Like what was
I think it's
done?
like
Like,
I think it's like their take on like Frankenstein or something, you know?
but there's no body parts. Like that's what I thought too. That maybe it was like
Oh, you mean that it's not like Frankenstein, which Frankenstein was like a different body parts from different places.
yeah, and then
No,
this
no,
one's
there's
just
no.
one body, and he kind of still has a conscience, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, he does like Cameron tell him to stop, and he's like, "Fuck you, bam! I'm gonna
Yeah,
fight my brother." And yeah, I mean, I guess he does. You're right.
yeah. I mean, this whole time he was loyal. Like he protected Cersei and Qyburn from the boulders and all that stuff before he was taking orders left and right. But then the moment he freaking saw like the Hound, like he just completely triggered himself.
Fucking his wires got fucking crossed, and it's like, that's it. It's fight time. It's game ball time.
Clicking. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. The Clegane fight was satisfying. Yeah, look at him. Like it looks like a combination of the stone flesh, right?
Could be.
Yeah. So I mean, that was never really explained, but it could be anything at this point. Yeah, like Cersei and Jamie. Jamie's like freaking stabbed. He has like two spaghetti-o holes on the sides of his body, and he's still alive somehow.
No, the funny part here is that Cersei sees him and is like, "Oh, you're bleeding. You're hurt." And bitch, you sent somebody to kill me.
Yeah, I know, right? Like
For all
freaking,
she
what the fuck is
knows,
wrong with you?
for all she knows, that bleeding is from Braun fucking
Shooting
shooting
him.
the.
Yeah, she's
Oh
an
my
idiot.
god, you're hurt.
That's why
You
you don't you
forgot you
don't
sent somebody to kill me.
that's why you don't piss off a pregnant woman, dude. They're super stable. They're unstable. It's like one moment they want to like kill you, and another one. So yeah, Clegane fight, blah blah blah. Clegane bull completed. Uh, Arya's literally
Arya, she dies
just
like 20 times in this episode.
yeah, like
Plot
what
armor
the
to
hell? Like everybody around her is dying but her.
dude. It's like she fucking survived a fucking nuclear blast, basically.
Yeah, and then like they actually make this imagery here. Like it's Arya's fucking getting slammed left and right by a bunch of explosions. The Hound they keep switching between Arya and the Hound over and over again, like as if they're both gonna die, kind of thing. Um, oh yeah, like this one, freaking, he just
Yeah,
stabbed it and
I
he was
mean,
still
he
alive.
he went for the head, but even that didn't work. Fuck.
I know, right? So
And he was like, "Fuck, I'm taking you down with me, bitch." Bam.
yeah, that was pretty much the end of it.
It's funny because John is like, "Stop, stop, don't fight," and then he
And then
fucking
he
kills like three
stabs.
people. He's like lame, but don't fight, don't fight. He's fucking
At
killing
that
people left
moment,
and
you're
right.
like, "Fuck it, I don't care anymore."
Yeah, whatever.
I thought it was I thought that the imagery that they were portraying like in the streets was probably the best part of the show, with which the
Oh yeah.
directors did mention. Yeah, like he's basically there. His North folk are like he's seeing like a different side of them, like in this heat of battle kind of thing. Like one of them like he actually kills because he's about to rape like a woman or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, I can't find the scene right now, but
We know what happens.
yeah, so like he he basically kills like one of his own like soldiers because like they're completely out of hand. Like everything's just out of hand, and I thought that was
Yeah.
like a good like uh
I mean, they're trying to portray just the horror of war, basically,
yeah.
and they did a really good job. I'm gonna say, obviously, the acting, just all the actors, they did an amazing job. Everything was really
Yeah.
good. No complaints there whatsoever. Even though the writing was shit, Danny really did. What's her name? Fuck.
Shit, I forgot her acting name. Yeah, I don't remember.
Whatever. But she did her best to, like, her. You can see in her face to sell the moment to the audience.
Yeah.
Uh, the part with Tyrion and Jamie, that was awesome. This was awesome. So all the acting was great. The director, all the CGI and the visuals and everything was great.
Look
And
at his face.
obviously it was daytime, so we could actually see, not like the long time.
Yeah. Look at
It
this
was
face,
like,
dude. Ooh, like somebody
oh,
got like crushed, and he's like, "Ooh, that hurts."
oh
That
man.
sucks. Yeah. So I mean, so now we get to the point of Arya, and that everything. Look at her blood stash. She has
She looks like a
straight up
fucking.
a
She
white,
looks like that's one of those clown fucking makeups that went horribly wrong and she got beat up or something.
like a. She went to clown school. They didn't like her freaking makeup. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
beat her up.
it's like, oh man, bully clowns. Yeah, she's basically this whole thing
Honestly, I think these people would have been more safe inside of that building. And then
with
Harry takes them out. No, follow me.
with
You'll die. Come with me. And then they all die.
yeah. Fucking look at the Dothraki just going
Fucking
crazy
bam,
there.
bam. As soon as they come out of the building, it's like, yeah.
Bam, dead. And it's funny. The people that were in the building, they were telling her, "No, if we go out there, we're gonna die." It's like she's like, "No, come with
I
me."
think we have a better chance here.
Oh man.
Crazy. Look at
All
your
right.
face.
Thanks,
She's
Arya.
probably got like 5 concussions at that point. She's fucking talking like crazy. She's like probably slurring like speech and shit.
Oh, look, that's something else too. Like her holding a little white horse.
Oh yeah, a toy white horse. But
Yeah.
I guess the poltergeist or the horse became a real horse or something.
Yeah.
The toy.
Might as well. And then yeah, the anticlimactic ending of Cersei and
Yeah, I mean,
Jamie.
I it was realistic and poetic in the way that she died in Jamie's arms. They died together. That was cool, but I don't know. I think at least me and probably a lot of the audience was hoping for some sort of like Danny and Cersei or John and Cersei, like some sort of like, or Arya and Cersei, like some sort of confrontation, like some sort of
Yeah, it was
closure. or something.
It
Like
was
because
too quick.
Danny, John, and Arya, for all they know, they don't know that she died. I mean, they probably assume they're like, yeah, I think Danny got everybody, but they don't know for sure.
Yeah, we don't know for sure if they're dead or not, but
Well, they know they're dead.
knowing how they're rushing stuff, I'm pretty sure they're dead.
I, I mean, we see them die. Well, not 100%. But I
Not
think they're dead.
particular. Yeah, we just see like
I mean,
stuff like falling
I'm
around
sure
them.
Jamie dies because he has like she has a bunch of holes in his fucking abdomen, like it's
Yeah.
fucking bleeding and shit.
So this is pretty much the last scene. Uh, Arya wakes up from like her 20th concussion.
Yeah,
And then just kind of walks, and then she spots like everybody's burnt corpses and stuff, and then like a random white horse that somehow is like standing in the middle of this pile of rubble.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that horse would have been like, fuck out of here. Should be, yeah, be gone.
yeah, so then she freaking gets on the horse, and Indiana Jones style, she just like rides into the sunset.
Yeah.
Um, so that's pretty much it for this episode.
Well,
What are your overall thoughts? I mean, I liked it. It wasn't, you
so
know,
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say that this was the best episode of the season,
yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah. This was the high
Not
point.
the poor writing and character just completely. They
You know,
basically kill the
that's the
character and the development arcs of a bunch of characters. But
that
now that notwithstanding, it was a really entertaining episode.
that's the thing. I don't think it was horrible writing. I think it was more rushed, if anything. Like
Oh
it was
yeah,
like they did good with the content that they have, like and squeezing it into one place. But obviously something's gonna give. You know, like they're not gonna be able to make such a high quality production as they were before, like on the other seasons and whatever with the data that they had. Uh, but yeah, I agree. It was a good episode. I liked it for the most part. There were a couple of things that obviously were just gripes in general that could have been better. Like the freaking dragon didn't, like that wasn't realistic. Some
dude.
characters
Like
were
me,
acting
when I
out of
was
character.
watching the video, the episode, me and my buddy, we like sports. I know you didn't like sports because you're a loser. But we're watching this shit, and then at that part when Danny is like already like completely demolish everything, and then she's just they're ringing the bell. We're thinking like, all right, that's it. Look, this is like the fourth quarter. There's like a minute left on the game, and you're up 30. It's like that's it. Take your starters out, put the bench in, let him just garbage time, just kill the clock, and just get the win. Easy win. Just make sure nobody gets hurt. We're good. No, no, no. Then she goes and starts showboating, and then she's trying to fucking run up the score. She wants to fucking win by 50, and then yeah, then the rest is history. She kills everybody.
Oh man,
Fucking ridiculous. She goes,
she
she's
went super.
showboating.
She fucking shooped the whooped
Yeah.
way too much.
The problem is, some of the other episodes early in the season, I think the season overall has been bad. And obviously, episodes like The Long Night and stuff that they done with the character arcs, where they're doing like 180s in the matter of like an episode or two, and a bunch of fan service shit. I think that's really, hurt this season overall. But I think in a vacuum, this episode was very entertaining and very well. And I think by far it was the best episode in this season.
Yeah, we'll
My
see next
opinion, it's the
episode
best
what they
episode.
have. But yeah, so far this one is the best episode.
All right. So,
Yeah,
what do you think is gonna happen next? What are some of your theories and your guesses for what's gonna happen next?
I think that Braun is gonna end up in the Iron Throne. At this point, everybody's just gonna die,
I would
and
be
there's
surprised if Braun doesn't even make a cameo in the next episode. That shit was so stupid. The whole thing in the last
like,
episode.
where is he
That
even
was fan
going to
service.
show up?
You know that was fan service. That did nothing for the plot line.
How long is the next episode? Like, is it gonna be an hour and 20
Same as
minutes as
this.
him?
Same as this. I think.
Man, this is gonna be so rushed. They have to like close so many loops in an hour and 20 minutes. Is that even gonna be possible? Like,
Next episode should be like 5 hours long.
look at this is my prediction. Next episode, within the next 20 minutes, Danny's gonna get killed. and
Yeah,
then
I mean,
the
look,
rest of it is gonna be closing
serious.
the loop.
Oh, I think one thing we didn't do. We need to recap who all the people that died in this episode.
Oh, okay. So the Hound,
In
Varys,
memory of
that
Varys first,
yeah,
he died. He got burned.
yeah,
The Hound, the Mountain, Cersei,
Jamie,
Jamie. What else?
a bunch of innocent people.
No. The pirate stupid guy. What's his name?
Oh, Euron,
Euron. That's six. Oh, Qyburn, seven.
Qyburn, Euron.
Anybody else?
Uh,
Then I think main characters. That's it, right? Yeah.
yeah. I don't remember anybody else. I mean, maybe
Seven.
Nora, that new character that decided to like
Oh,
make a
if you want to
freaking name for.
count the general whatever guy of the building company,
Yeah, that was
that would
yeah,
be eight. I
yeah.
forgot. Was it Strickland or something?
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, it is something Strickland. So eight, if you want to count him, but I generally wouldn't.
Strickland got owned.
So the showmakers, they had the option to do 10 episodes. For whatever reason, they decided, oh, we're gonna do six. Whatever, we're retarded. We're gonna do six. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're stupid. So if you know you only have 6 episodes, and you gotta do so much with only 6 episodes, correct me if I'm wrong, but episode one and two, I think either episode one or two, those felt like a throwaway episode. Like they could have, mashed those 2 episodes. They could have done
They would. Yeah, they would
everything
have.
that happened in those 2 episodes in one episode.
Yeah, they could have.
And then episode four between the long night, that also there was a lot of stuff in there. That was the thing with Braun. That was fan service and some other stuff. I think those 3 episodes they could have either do all of it in one maybe, and part of the fourth episode distributing between 4 and 5. I think they could have just used up the amount of episodes they have much better.
Yeah, they didn't really like plan it out that
Yeah,
well.
episode.
I think they were probably trying to piece the story as cohesive as possible, like with the amount of information that they had, but they never like bothered to like double check themselves. That's why I'm like you were saying that like people were saying that HBO was telling them like just do 8 episodes. We give you permission to do at least 10 episodes or whatever. But I think that they are in a time crunch. I think they're trying to finish this as like as quickly
But
as
look, me and my
possible.
buddy were
Like
talking about it, and the only thing that makes a lot of sense is that okay, HBO was like, yeah, you can do 10 episodes, but then your budget is gonna stay the same. And they were like, oh, but we want to do this 2 really expensive episodes, so yeah, we can't do 10. Maybe
so
it was
you
a
think it had to do
limitation
with the
of
budget?
money. Yeah, maybe it was a limitation of the money. Like they decided to just
To
take the
cut
same
out.
budget and do it in 6 episodes, so they can like go all out in like a couple of episodes instead of distributing it in 10 episodes and really like character building and like good storytelling. They just decided, oh, just shock factor. Let's just like let's just give them a show on the way out.
Man, if that's the case, I would have rather seen like a freaking like a crayon drawn dragon burning Varys than actually skip out on like the scene where like Ghost could have been petted by Jon Snow. Like it's just like he could have just pet John, like John could have just pet Ghost and gotten it over with, and we could just deal with a.
It would have been funny if like those the scenes where the dragons, instead of the CGI is like little marionettes like fucking scream. That
Oh man, exactly.
would have been awesome.
Like this movie. Did you ever see the movie Birdemic?
Oh yeah, I know
Birdemic.
what you're talking about.
It's like. Oh
No.
yeah. So
All
like
right,
whatever.
so predictions for next episode.
Well, no fan theories.
Well, I mean predictions, fan theories, whatever.
So I mean, some people are saying that Donna or
Yeah,
whatever,
that
like
lady with the
the
girl,
lady with
whatever.
the little girl and the little horse and whatever. Like some people are saying that that is the god of death. That it was a many faced like person.
Right.
Um, and was just there, like in terms of like the god of light. Because then they're also saying that the god of light and the god of death are the same. The god of
Right.
so it's the house of black and white or whatever. So like it's just both one and the same.
Oh,
And then that this horse is a representation of that exactly, like half covered in blood, white at the top. They also say that the horse is basically the one that you see get killed by the
yeah, the one
dragon
that you
during the
showed us at
first.
the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they basically say that that's the same horse supposedly, whatever. I think it's a bit of a stretch, but there's a lot of imagery.
Dude, there's no way that just look at. You can show me two horses right now, and they like almost the same color, and I'm gonna be able to tell them apart. They
Yeah,
all
it's
look
just
this. They all look alike to me, dude. Is that racist?
horse horse races. Yeah, I don't think there's
you know,
any.
you know what's funny about that part with the horse at the end?
Yeah.
There's a meme that says that that horse, it's an Uber that brand center.
Oh
It's very
man.
useful.
Actually, you know what? That that's that could be a good assumption. Like it could be true.
Brand is too busy looking back at
And
different models of
and
wheelchairs.
describing his wheelchair to people.
Man, I got them useless bug.
Oh man. Whatever.
You know, the theory that I read, I wish I knew who did it so I can give him credits. But the theory that I read says something like this: that there was a part in this episode, I think, when Danny and Drogon first go crazy, that you see a bunch of ravens just fly off.
And that's Braun. That's Bran.
The theory is that the Bran was in, he was looking around and shit, and that he made Danny go crazy. Um, to kind of just kill everybody, and so that John and the other people oppose her dragon, so that way Bran is really the ultimate bad guy, and he's gonna be kind of the last boss now.
Uh, nah, I think he just likes his wheelchairs.
Yeah, I
Well, but it's
honestly
a
don't think
it's
that they're gonna
it
do
could
my
be a
Bran
good
at this
plot
point.
twist. It could be a plot twist,
It
but
will
like,
be, but that's too clever
but
for D&D to come up with.
yeah, and think about it, like that would also fall into the category
Explain.
of like switching three bad guys. Like basically they just bam, Night King gone, bam, Cersei
Yeah,
gone, and
Cersei.
now another plot twist. Oh, Bran is the new bad guy or whatever. Oh, it's like god damn it, man. Like it's just they're not gonna
You
run
know
out.
what? You know what thing? One thing that I saw now that you were talking about the House of Black and White or whatever, the God of Death or all that shit with
But
the faceless men.
yeah,
That group of people, whatever that religion, it comes from the same place that Targaryens come from Valyria, from the mines of Valyria, and they were slaves to the Valyrians. So there's this theory going around that those people, the faceless people, the House of Black and White, whatever, they want Danny dead, and they train Arya to kill her.
it
That's her
could be.
purpose.
I mean, I honestly think that the Targaryens at this point have proven a little bit too unstable. Like
Yeah,
there's
they
even that
have
saying that the
they
gods
have
toss
like
a coin whenever a
they have
Targaryen is born.
tendencies to substance abuse and just drinking too
And if
much.
if they don't get the D for like 3 months, they go ape shit.
Yeah, you can't trust a Targaryen, dude.
Yeah, you can't,
So yeah, so who do you think is gonna end up in the throne finally?
bro. At
Point
this point,
pretty
like,
much looking like it's gonna be John.
yeah, that's it's still
I
the theory. I
think
mean,
it's
not
kind
a
of gonna
theory,
be
but
sort of an obvious thing at this point.
I don't see it being
Or
anybody
John is
else.
gonna be like, "Oh no, I don't fucking want it. I don't want it," and then he's gonna like refuse it, and then like I don't know, Sansa or somebody stupid like that is gonna end up taking the throne, or maybe freaking what's his name Gendry. He has a claim to it now,
Yeah, it
since
could be Gendry.
since John is gonna be like, "I don't want it. I don't want it."
Well, technically, Jon is the only one that would be able to take the throne. Gendry is a Baratheon, so he has claim to the throne, but as a Targaryen, like
Yeah,
that
I mean,
line.
look, it's that's the thing that gets confusing, right? It depends because up to the point was the Mad King, Aerys, like obviously that's the Targaryen line up to that point of being in the throne or whatever. Then there was the rebellion, and then they dethroned the Targaryens, and now it's the Baratheon.
Yeah.
Um, so what line continues? Obviously, in the show, we know that the whole Robert's rebellion was bullshit and was based on a lie. So that rebellion now becomes kind of nullified or not legitimate.
Well, look.
But the majority of Westeros and the other people don't know this. So if that's something that was publicly known and it's main known, then Gendry cannot be it will have to follow the Targaryen bloodline at that point.
Yeah. But at the same time, like freaking everybody in King's Landing is is like dead already. So like,
Yeah.
who's gonna say like, oh yeah,
Oh,
become?
he
I
cannot
think
be
anybody can
king.
be freaking. As I said, Bronn like could just freaking sit on the throne and be like, I'm gonna be the king if
I'm
you guys
fucking
don't
king.
want it. I got my castle finally.
I got my fucking castle, bro.
That fucking castle. Yeah, I it could go either way. I mean, who knows what they're planning? Who knows what little sticky notes JR has given them to go by? Um, it could be it could be anybody, but the most likely scenario is definitely Jon Snow.
Yeah. I
What
mean, I
else?
would. I'm not expecting. They could try to throw something crazy in there for shock value, like they like to do. That it's like complete 180s. Maybe we should expect that, but who knows? Maybe I think they're gonna be just too rushed and be like, all right, this is what's supposed to happen. Fuck it, just do it.
Yeah,
Because we never knew exactly what the Night King wanted with him, right? Like that was never really, other than we assumed that the Night King wanted to kill him, and that Bran is no longer in there. He's just this three-eyed raven, which is this collective minds of all these people that used to be the Raven before the three-eyed raven, right?
yeah,
So what if all those people were bad people, and he's not Bran anymore? He's this collective mind of people that are fucking evil, and he's just playing it casually. And he kind of didn't tell anybody about the Ice King or how to defeat him because he wanted the Ice King to wipe people. And then now he's like fucking with the mind of the Targaryens, Dan in this case, because dragons are like fucking nuclear weapons, as we just saw. And he's trying to take that power, use it for his will, whatever. And maybe he's just a fucking psycho and he wants to kill people. I don't know.
yeah. It could happen. Like, let's see if they can squeeze that into the next episode. I mean, like, imagine. I mean, it would be cool. I think that would be a better plot line than just regular Danny gets
Yeah,
killed.
just John kills
John
Danny,
goes into
Arya
the
kills Danny.
yeah,
John is the king now. Everybody's happy. Hooray!
yeah. I mean, the Ice King definitely wanted to take Bran because I think he saw that like he has like time manipulation, that he can somehow like interact with time. Maybe he just wanted to go back to the very beginning and like like change his outcome, like
Yeah.
for like instead of becoming like the Night King, like become human or whatever. Or I mean, but that's wishful thinking at this point.
I just hope that George finishes the fucking books.
Yeah, fucking gets out of his pool already.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
I think that's
but
gonna
that's
do it
it.
for this episode. That's it. We got one more episode to. What is that? An hour and 20 minutes, and Game of Thrones is over as we know it.
Yeah, man. I just want some closure already. At this point, I just want
You're
closure. I
gonna
just
get
want to be
something.
over this.
I don't know if you're gonna be happy about it.
Yeah. But, anyways, thanks guys for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments below if you have any other fan theories that we should have mentioned or gone over that we might have missed. If you have any of your own opinions, who do you think is going to end up in the Iron Throne? What do you think is going to happen in the next episode in general? Maybe, are dragons going to be nerfed again? Is it going to happen? Yeah, just let us know. Drop a hey in the comments. Peace.
Bye. Like and subscribe.
Bye.